All right, and we're off. Well, it's cool this morning. It's 42. And I was surprised weather alert came up whenever I checked to see what the temperature was. And anyway, is that we have fog this morning in the area. Come on. And then there was another notice that came up whenever I went in to see more detail, and it's that we have a chance of snow tomorrow. Okay, the chance is less than 50%, but hey, it's a chance. Just like why some people go ahead and buy a lottery ticket every now and then. The odds aren't very good, but the odds are 100% that anybody that ever won had a ticket. I do love snow. Okay, come on. There's an odd smell this morning. I watched a couple of good documentaries this morning. One of them, anyway, and it was about, okay, get it, hurry up. I know you need to pee on it because that other dog did. Hurry up. There you go. Come on, you're going to run out. You use that much everywhere. Anyway, and it was on drug companies creating diseases so they can sell a product. And I've been a big proponent. Anyway, I've been very much in favor of hormone replacement therapy ever since, some years back, thought I had early onset Alzheimer's symptoms. Yeah, totally. But anyway, and then after I started doing some research into HRT, and I was like, are you friggin' kidding me? Well, anyway, I was looking at one this morning, and it was on, one got my attention in this documentary, and it was about osteoporosis, okay? Which has been such a hubbub for 20 years. Okay, losing bone density, over here, is a natural process of your body getting older, okay? Strength training, my understanding is strength training is one of the best ways to maintain bone density, and of course, good diet. And then not doing things that take away from bone density. Changes in hormone levels, particularly in women. That's why you hear a lot, it's always women that have osteoporosis. Dropping hormone levels seems to be a huge factor in osteoporosis increase. So, okay, all of this. So, it's been a joke for years about, break a hip, you know. So, anyway, but when you look at, okay, the odds of having osteoporosis that is beyond expectation, depending on your years on the planet, that's a big woodpecker. He's on that power pole. He went on the other side. I saw him fly by. He was big. But anyway, so not having osteoporosis, virtually every female is gonna have osteoporosis because it is a natural part of losing bone density is a natural part of the aging process. All right. And then whenever you change the rules on what's excessive, I love this, okay? What was high blood pressure 10 years ago is different than what is high blood pressure now. They lowered the cutoff, all right? So anyway, so you lower the cutoff. Boy, did you just increase that customer base astronomically. Anyway, so if you convince every woman that she is in danger of breaking a hip, falling down, and being incapacitated, well, first of all, make the pool bigger, okay, by lowering what constitutes osteoporosis, all right? Lower the bar so more people can get over it. Come on. More people qualify. And then out of those, turns out the actual risk of breaking a hip, if you are in that category, oh, water's still up, is 2 people in 100, 2 women in 100 that have osteoporosis by the new guidelines. 2. Okay, so that's... And then, one of the drugs, but you convince all of the women to take it. All right, you just made the pool bigger by lowering the requirements. You lower the qualifications, okay? And then more people are qualified to be in the group called osteoporosis. And then you have more people taking the drugs. And remember in 2000, was it 2002? Yes, now I can't remember. Anyway, whenever they yanked every woman, on the globe off of any HRT because of the increased risk of breast cancer, which is a lie, okay? Look it up for yourself. The study it was all based on was tossed out in 2018, so look it up on your own. The risk of, okay, there he is. He's traveling with us today. He's a big one too. Anyway, bone necrosis. Okay, probably recognize necrosis. That is your bone dying. All right. One study done by an agency not affiliating with an osteoporosis treatment in any way whatsoever found that the incidence of bone necrosis from the medication was over 4 in 100. Okay, now the risk of you suffering a fracture because you have osteoporosis, all right, is 2%. If you take the drugs, you just fell into you are twice as likely now to have your bone die. Not break and heal, but die. Oh my God. That's how insane so much of this stuff is. So anyway, the thing that got me tickled was I heard this woman that they interviewed with, and she said, as far as the health industry is concerned, there's 2 kinds of people. And I'm paraphrasing. Those who are sick and those who don't know they're sick yet. No, those who don't yet know they're sick. And I heard somebody long ago say, this was a salesperson that was in frontline retail sales. And this was back in the 90s in a mall. And anyway, commenting on the people walking through the mall, moseying about, doing the, mall shopping, which really used to be a thing. It was actually kind of fun. But anyway. And this man said, look at all those people just walking around with our money in their pockets. I mean, it's the same mentality. Let's make sure that we get you into a group. You don't know how sick you are. Oh, good heavens. One of my wake-up moments was some years ago, and there was this cute sleeveless dress I wanted to wear, top. And I was like, no, my upper arms are so big and ugly and ashamed of them. And I remember I just had this moment. It's like, wait one friggin' minute. These arms held my son. These arms have given thousands upon thousands of hugs. These arms have served me so well every day so far, all of my time on this planet. From me holding my bottle to me holding my son to my breast. And hell no, I am not ashamed of my arms. So anyway, yeah, wore the blouse. Still do. Don't worry about it. And then I started thinking about how we are, particularly women, but not just women, about our body. And, you know, there was never a time whenever I looked back, and it was like, there was never a time when I was happy with my body, whether it was in my 20s, whenever, you know, could bounce a quarter off my abs and my ass, okay? And nope, then there were other things I didn't like. And then no, didn't like this. You know, I mean, just, so screw it. Because what a bunch of hogwash convincing me that my body is not exactly the way that it should be. Why can I not be happy with my body? Because it's like, yeah, throwing you into a bigger pool of dissatisfied females with body image issues, you know. And then you have industry upon industry fueling it. And it's like feeding virgins to the dragon, you know. It's crazy. But anyway, yeah, that one was too, you know, the risk of actually having a fracture is only 2%, but the risk of your bone dying if you take the drug is over 4%. Wow. And in this one case, the woman died from bone necrosis in her jaw. Oh, when a mouse. Made me jump though. Hurry up. Hurry up, Bravo. We can't stay on the bridge. Quickly. Come on. And the lawsuit that she won, she got $1.5 million. And so, 1.5 million, seriously? No. We need to make it, you know, where you really feel it, where you have to pay back all the profits. All the profits since, you know, whatever issue was found that you were aware of, you knew this was an issue. That would make some changes. Whenever stockholders are like, what? We lost? My earnings went down last quarter? Oh yeah, that's because we had a huge payout from what we did 5 years ago. Oh well. I just think more than anything, we have to take responsibility and, you know, that's why whenever they start talking, anytime people are silenced on any topic, no, because, come on, you can be a nut job, you can be 100% wrong. They are 100% wrong all the damn time, okay? The so-called professionals in every profession. So that's okay, as long as we accept that we're allowed to be wrong also, but we are allowed to speak it. Come on. I know squirrels are having a good time, aren't they? They're allowed to speak theirs because they're considered a professional today. Okay? Well, if you've had an experience, that makes you a professional in your experience. You don't have to say that, this is going to be true for everybody, but this is what happened to me. Because you are the only person that's an expert on what happens to you. Oh. I don't know. It's just easier, I guess. Turn over the responsibility, join a cult, and it's like, how could they? It's like, well, pretty simple, because you just did it, just a different area. I've done it plenty of times, just a different area. And it was nothing other than, I want to believe what you're telling me, rather than finding out for myself or doing my own research or whatever. I want to believe that you have integrity and you are being truthful with me. I want to believe that. But it's just like a cheating spouse. How many instances does it take before you stop wanting to believe? It creates such a dangerous environment as far as public well-being, because whenever you get to the point where you feel like you absolutely must, in order to be the responsible, reasonable, rational person that you want to believe you are, whenever that requires of you that someone has proven to you that you cannot trust them, and those are huge numbers these days, then that's put us all in a really precarious position whenever the first thing we have to go to is disbelief. It's like, well, what's their agenda? I mean, that really is, whether it's a political, religious, school teacher, anything. It's like, oh, no, that's not for you. What's their agenda, rather than, well, of course, they have the public's well-being, they went into this field not because of pay, but because, want to educate, or a million other reasons. And it's like, or you just want to have control over another human? Could it be that? So yeah. But that still was funny. Sees everybody as those who are sick and those who don't yet know they're sick. Because boy, would the world come crashing down for so many if all of a sudden everybody was healthy. I mean, it's just like all the things that we talk about, world peace. Can you imagine the millions of people put out of work and the industry, the market crashes and economic disaster that world peace would create? I mean, I know how that sounds. That doesn't mean it's not reality. Good spot, Bravo. So if all of a sudden we accepted that, hey, my body's all right and what's not all right, I want to improve this, I know what to do, and I'm either going to do it or I'm not. And, or if everybody's like, oh, so being sad sometimes being sad for periods of time, if that is okay, whoa, Well, there's some major drugs out of business. Come on. Colo is doing much, much better. She is eating and drinking and using her litter pan and behaving more energetically. And she slept up with me again last night. And I just love that. I really do. Yeah, and it was probably the same thing that got her, that I've had some eye drainage, which she had the first day. So my eyes are watering a little bit, and then my sinuses this morning were kind of yuck. And it's like, well, yeah, because those are a couple of the first ways into my body. So if my sinuses get yucky, that's fine. That just means they're working. I mean, I hate that I don't have my tonsils anymore, because that's why they got inflamed. Tonsils get inflamed because they're doing their friggin' job. They're stopping bad things from getting into the rest of your body. Come on. People run immediately to, kill off the sinus infection. Well, it's in your sinuses, but it's not in the rest of your body. Isn't that awesome? Your body's working. Okay, no, not a doctor. Don't claim to be, don't want to be. Oh, she's ready for you. Smudge is ready for you to come inside. Okay.